Kendra Ruczak. I'm here at View Conference 2023 with Giacomo Mineo, Visual Effects Supervisor from the new film Oppenheimer. Thank you so much for being here today, Giacomo.
No problem.
I'm really excited to talk to you more about your work on Oppenheimer. Can you tell me how you approached the film, with so many creative challenges? What was your first step in your planning process?
Oh, that's a good question. So, at the beginning, what happened is Andrew Jackson, the production visual effects supervisor, came back in office with like a beautiful library of elements that he created. And then we had the script, and we said, okay, we need to create pictures to convey what is in the script, but only using those elements. And the challenge was actually find a way to kind of like being open and use this material in a way that could tell the story. And what was really nice was the fact that we didn't have any direction, so we could go freestyle and try and show like new ideas every day. And that was the best part of the project, because Chris Nolan was really open to see new pictures, a new idea, and yeah, some are good, some are not good, but when they were good, it was so satisfying. So we had to basically be very, very open-minded with the material at hand.
That's good, so you could really experiment with ideas.
Yes.
Oh, great.
That was actually one of the things that I tried to do, is try to find the right team for the show, because I knew that I needed people very creative and with good eyes. And I was very lucky to have a very good team of digital compositors that could kind of like, understand the task, which was slightly different than usual, but it was really fun and rewarding, yes.
Oh, how did you set up your pipeline between all these different departments? How did you keep communication open between everyone on the team?
Usually I try to keep everyone together as much as possible. So we kind of already talk the same language.
Right.
I'm coming from the 2D side, so of the visual effects. So no, that was actually quite easy in a way.
Oh, and what programs did you use for all this 2D work?
Mostly Nuke.
Mostly. Oh,
Yes.
Great. Oh, and were there any sequences that were especially challenging or interesting to work on?
Yes, absolutely. The Trinity test was so. With all the things that were written in the script, the Trinity test, which is the first atomic bomb, was the only one that we knew we had to kind of make it archival footage that we can see. So we had like a very, very clear reference, although it was black and white. So we knew that, okay, already introducing color is going to make it slightly different. But then also what Chris Nolan said, and that was actually important, he said, I don't really need to make the picture exactly the same. We want to capture the essence of that moment.
Yeah.
So that was challenging. So we had to layer hundreds of elements of explosions, fire, and we had like massive explosions, but also small, very, very small explosions. And we had like some churning underwater dust that we make it as like a shock wave. So yeah, we use like a bunch of different techniques to get the final pictures. Yeah.
There were a lot of layers to that to make it happen.
Yes.
That's great.
I hopefully now very soon the breakdown is gonna come out.
Oh wow.
So you will be able to see. The only downside of the breakdowns is that at the end you see only elements we use, but we had to test and try so many different. And then figure out, okay, this is actually perfect for this. This is actually perfect for this, and then it kind of all goes together in a very simple way. But to get there,
a lot more work.
There was a lot of trial and error. Yeah.
Yeah, I always love seeing those breakdowns, but I understand what you're saying. Like it took a lot to get to those specific layers, a lot of testing, a lot of trial and error.
In this case, because we had like this massive library, so we need to figure out, okay, what can be used here? No, this doesn't work. Okay, try another one. Oh no, and then sometimes we end up not doing the shot. So say, okay, we need to restart from scratch and take a completely different approach because this doesn't work.
Right.
But what I really enjoyed and really like when I saw the movie is I think everything is so well, or it's like combined so well. It feels so organic.
It does.
So you don't really, I mean, you know that it must be VFX, but you don't really think about it. I mean, that
Yeah.
it just goes very well with with the style of the movie.
It really blends in seamlessly with the overall look.
Exactly. So
Wow.
that was quite rewarding.
Oh yeah, that's wonderful. And I know you've been with DNEG for many years, and
Yes.
you've been in the industry for 20 plus years as well. Can you take me back to the beginning and how you launched your career in visual effects and 2D work?
Okay, I started in Italy, in Milan, doing actually 3D at the
Oh.
very beginning. There was a small studio with the boyfriend of my sister.
Oh.
He said, you know, we need someone here. I know your brother is kind of like into art. He likes creating stuff. We might can come and try.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, at the time there wasn't YouTube, nothing. I had like a manual, and I just opened the manual and start to learn.
Great way
And
to
in
start.
6 months' time, I was productive, and I discovered that I really liked the job. I really liked the people working with it. It was actually everything was working for me. So although it was hard, it was difficult, and yes, sometimes a lot of pressure and tensions. But it's been like starting from a very small company, and I spent 11 years in Milan, and I stepped up until I became like a flame artist,
Oh yeah.
doing commercials for the biggest commercial you can do in Milan, in Italy, and then I moved into the UK with MPC and double negative DNEG later
Yeah.
to the new chapter of my life, which is now VFX.
Yeah, and working on these wonderful films like Oppenheimer.
Yes, exactly.
Do you have any advice that maybe you had received when you were first getting started? Anything you can pass along to students and
Yes, so I would say try to find what you like, what you're passionate about, and which is hard, I know, but try experiment different things until you kind of see that there's something that clicked, that you really enjoy doing it, and basically work on your strength.
Yeah.
So rather than try to be what you're not, and then be positive. Be positive. Because people like positive people.
That's great.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful advice. Thank you so much for sharing that and also for chatting with me about your career in Oppenheimer.
That was nice.
Yeah, make sure you check out the rest of our content from View Conference 2023.